I know that we are having a good day, and if we're not having a good day, let's change that thing around. Your day is getting better from this freaking point right here. Now, today I wanted to talk to you about creating a space of your own. As women, we don't create spaces that just belong to us because we have to share who we are with so many people, especially if we're mothers. Okay, that's a given. You have got to give a little bit to this, a little bit to that, and a little bit. And we forget one, who we are. We forget that we are more than just the title of mother. Okay? We forget that we are so much more than the title of friend, aunt, cousin, all of that. One of the things that I've learned how to do is date myself because I realized that I didn't know a lot about myself. Like I didn't know what I really like to eat until I had to cook for myself. I was so used to cooking what other people wanted me to cook. They, oh, I want you to cook this, and can you cook this? And so, hey, I know how to cook. But when I had to start doing it for myself, guess what? It was like a freaking task. Like, oh my God, what do I cook? Couldn't even figure out what I was going to cook. So, creating a space where you can actually date yourself is one of the most amazing things that you can do. And you can start at any age. If you're a young mother, just becoming a mother, never lose that space of who you are. Stay attached to you at all times. Create a space for just you. Write down things that you enjoy to do and find time within your day to actually do them just for you. If you like to read like I do, find a space and time for you just to do that. It does not have to be in a time block, a particular time. When you find space and it's a book laying around, take a few moments in time to read a chapter, a paragraph or two. Capture the moment, because we only have this one life to live. So in this one life that we do have to live it to the best of your ability. You know, I find myself playing on TikTok in the middle of the night. You know, I get up and I'll start strolling and I see stuff that I like to do or it relates to me and I do it. Nothing is withholding me from doing it. Sometimes, and I just spoke to someone and they were saying, well, I be on YouTube and I be strolling, in the videos. And I said, oh, so you be liking other people's stuff, but you don't see it within yourself. You have a vision to create a channel, but you haven't created the channel. And why? You're too busy looking at other people's creations. Begin to create from the standpoint wherever you are, just begin doing it. If I would have continued on my journey from the time God put it in my spirit to do the channel and been consistent with it, oh my God. Now, am I proud of myself for the 200 and plus videos? Yes. Am I proud of myself for the people who have subscribed? Yes, I am. And I've got to be proud of the fact that I put myself out there to do it. So often as women, we do not put ourselves out there. We do not even try. We don't even think of the possibilities of the things that could possibly come because we're so distracted with everybody else's stuff. One thing, date yourself. Learn to uplift yourself. When the world sees you uplift yourself, guess what? The world around you will begin to uplift you and appreciate you being in their space. It starts with you first. And this is coming from a mother who's raised two children, single path, did it all by myself. Tell you something else funny. My son and myself were on the phone talking. He was like, well, Mom, I understand the reason why we moved a lot down this, that, and the other. He said, but you did everything that you knew how to do. That was like the most breathtaking conversations a child could have said to a mother because he saw I was there by myself, but he also saw that I kept a roof over our head. And so that shows in a lot of aspects, that I am a warrior. You know, that we have every little thing at all. Yeah, we did have everything we needed when we needed it. We did have that. But that extra stuff, no, we didn't have a whole lot of extra. We were kind of living like moment to moment to moment, you know? And I was at this point in my life, I'm so grateful that we had each freaking moment and it was the freaking together because it could have been apart. But we lived those moments together. We learned how to harmonize and work together, you know? And it wasn't such a heavy freaking load when you become harmonic with your home. Was not a heavy load. Oh, again, you know, I'm the girl to tell you, gratitude is the attitude. When you wake up in the morning, be grateful. Notice throughout your day all of the things that are gifts that are given to you freely, all of the great conversations you have and the things that you learn throughout the day and the things that you go in your kitchen to pick up and they there, you know, all of these things that are just truly gifts, and begin to see how abundant you are. And within that abundance, begin to give even more freely. Because sometimes as women, we're so caught up and we be so exhausted from just carrying the loads of others till we just lose focus on ourselves. Looking at news yesterday, and I was realizing in my 20s, that's all I did was read. Now I'm getting back to myself because I find myself doing nothing else but reading sometimes. Okay, well, let me sit down and read this book. Let me read this chapter. Let me look this up. And it's not about, I remember the part of my life when it was about watching a video and trying to be perfect. Okay, I remember that and how many hours I wasted looking at videos for what, you know. But I did. But I remember that stage of doing that. And then as I evolved from that stage into doing, but again, caught up in other people's stuff. So I'm doing me, but I stop doing me so I could do them and all of that, and erasing all of that extra stuff out of my life so that I could truly focus on what it was Latiska wanted to do. And that's why I'm doing this video, is for you to focus on what it is you desire to do. It's okay for you to focus on you. It's, matter of fact, healthy for you to focus on you. You may not feel like it's healthy to focus on you, but it's the greatest thing that you could do because you're so often giving to another. And I want you to understand, most of us that give to that extent, you have got to realize the people that give back unto you. And most people don't. They come and they take, or you know, you're so open to give till you give, but you got to be in a place where you receive at the same time. And if what you're giving is no reception in it, whose fault? Life is about give and take. It's like breathing, give and take, give and receive. But so often we're just so busy giving and nurturing and caring for everyone, but we do not pamper ourselves. We do not date ourselves. We do not take a moment in time to just dance and be free and smile and be happy, you know, experiencing ourself, the greatest expression of life itself. Revelation that yes, I exist. Yes, I am important. Yes, I am deserving. Yes, I am worthy. That is the greatest freaking thing anybody can do for themselves, male or female or male. whatever. Learn to love you. Learn to be happy. Learn to know what it is you like to eat. Learn to understand the kind of clothes that you like to wear. And I've noticed that sometimes we cover up so much of ourselves because we're so unhappy with how we look. And then when we see women that express themselves and show their bodies, it's, oh my God, she should cover up and all of that. No, she's comfortable in her skin. It's nothing wrong with being comfortable with you. You're so uncomfortable that you got to cover up everything. You got to get good with you. You got to be, when you look in the mirror. And a lot of times, as I have done my healing process work, I tell everybody, I work in the mirror. Not only do I work in the mirror, I work in the mirror with no clothes on because I want to see me. I want to see the essence of me. And doing that is a healing process within that because I want to be comfortable with what I look at. When the process started, do you think I could just stand there and look in the mirror and say some of the stuff that I say now? Oh no, baby, I would say it and look away because I didn't believe it. But becoming one with yourself and accepting yourself as you are and starting from where you are, whatever day you decide to start, because it's never too late. It's never too late. Never count yourself out. I was just reading an article, a guy in another state, I think it was another state, 77 years old, went to college and got his college degree. Nothing is never too late. Do you know how many years I smoked cigarettes? Years I smoked cigarettes. Do you know how many times I stopped and started back, stopped and started back, stopped and started back? I wasn't gonna give up on me because I knew at one point in time I didn't even smoke. But I understood the reason why I smoked because I was around so much was coming at me. And I was not in a place where I could say no. You know, I could say no, but then I wanted to please everybody, so I didn't say no. And so that pressure was just like, oh, and I was smoking just to kind of fill in the gap. Smoking to relieve my own anxiety, self-induced anxiety, or smoking because I was not speaking my truth. Can you relate? If you can relate, say something down in the comment because I know you. If you're a human being, you can relate. That was me, and I'm only a reflection of you. These are things that, as women, we really don't pay attention to. Something else. When you need help, ladies and gentlemen, ask for it, seek it, whether it be mental health. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Everyone falls into their darkness, but it's a stronger person that extends their hand to receive help. It's nothing wrong with getting that assistance. If it's, I don't know what another task may be. Okay, one time I was enrolling in school and I didn't understand the process of doing, everything that the school required me to do. Guess what? I kept calling the guidance counselors and everybody. Okay, now you said do this. Now where do I go do that? And calling people and doing everything that I needed to do because I wanted to imprint in myself that I could do it. I had done so much for other people. Why could I not invest this time and effort in myself? So I don't know who I'm talking to, but I do know that whoever is continuously listening to this video is helping you and it's relating to you. And I thank God for that. I thank God that you could look or that I could look into myself to show you a reflection that is real and not a reflection of something I desire you to see. You know, I am a mother to many for a reason. Do you know I have children everywhere? Children everywhere because I love, and I will never misdirect anyone purposely. Purposely, I could never do that to another. Never want to wish that kind of harm on another. To just put out negative stuff. You know, if I can't help you, I will not hurt you. That's key to life. I can't help you. I'll just be quiet. If I don't know it, I don't know it. There's no way I can talk to you about it. And I wouldn't even speculate and try to say I know something that I don't. Okay? Guidance truly comes from within. So often we are looking outwardly at others for others to give us the guidance that is three fingers back at me, already with me. It's already with me. But because we won't settle our mind, because we won't be quiet, because we won't turn the television off, because we won't disconnect our phone or cut the do not disturb on. You know, we're constantly, and I want you to really pay attention to this. And I had to pay attention to it myself. How long can you go without doing nothing? Absolutely nothing, but just sitting there and breathing. When I first started the process of meditation, it was the funniest thing. I would get there, sit there, get quiet. Next thing you know, I would itch, or I have to move my leg or my arm or my neck, do something. And so I said, you know what? That's still doing something. Latuska, get to the point where you have nothing to do. Nothing. You know, nothing to write, nothing to text, nothing to read, nothing to do anything for 5 minutes. Can you do it for 5 minutes a day? You know, even in those 5 minutes, can you do it and not even think about something to do? Can you get totally blank for 5 minutes in a day? You know how hard that was for me to get totally, for my world to go completely void. That's another great thing we should do is go completely void. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go for 5 minutes. Nothing to talk about, nothing to think about, nothing. Took me months to get to the nothingness. It took me months to get to right now, this right now moment, and to stay consistent in the right now moment, knowing that time was created by man and it truly does not exist. And so it does exist, and that's to kind of keep us on this. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to. Even the calendar. You know, if we really went back and did the calendar the way the calendar is supposed to be, we would have 13 months and 28 days, and every month, every Monday would be Monday, every Tuesday would be Tuesday, and we would not be in conflict with ourselves, in conflict of what's the day, what's the time, and all of that. But I think it's all a form of confusion. It is what it is. Seeking this information to find the truest essence of yourself and stand within your own cycles, that is a seeking that we all must do for ourselves, you know, so that we can remain in our own cycles. You know, after your birthday, you have 52 weeks in a cycle. How many people know that? Not a lot of people. You know, we don't hear about cycles, the sun, the moon, stars, and the positionings. And we hear about zodiac signs, and that's good. Essence in life is you pull up your natal chart, your zodiac chart. Guess what? You are all of the signs. They're just scattered all over you. And different aspects of those signs come out at different times in your lifetime. But who knew? We were never taught that. That's something you must seek and find for yourself. time. You know, it was a point in time where we would just look up in the sky. We knew what time it was. And the world was not as busy as it is right now. You know, the world is moving. Now, I want you to understand the earth is always moving, but it's subtly. It's not rushing anywhere. Everything in nature is ease. It's a subtleness about nature. It's a subtleness about unfolding and revealing oneself. There's a subtleness about that. It's not a jump out moment. You know, you jump out on music, you jump out and dance, you jump out and, you know, you jump out. But sometimes when you jump out, you have to jump back in because you realize you jumped into some water that hey, I ain't ready right now for this. You know, I'm not ready for this. And it's okay that you pace yourself. Learn to pace yourself. Learn to be patient with yourself. Love to be compassionate and understanding with yourself. Relearn yourself because you know everything about everybody else. Be patient with yourself. I love you guys, and I will see you later.